can hear you swallowing from across the world.
Is that a problem?
It's a really big pet peeve of mine. Speaking of pet peeves.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very special guest with me. I have my neighbor Devin. How's it going, Devin?
It's all good in the hood.
Good to be here.
Oh yeah. I'll just wait for the applause to end. He just like added in some applause. Today we are going to be talking about our pet peeves.
And for those who don't know what pet peeves
what a pet peeve is,
they're basically just things that irritate you. So we're basically just going to talk about a list of pet peeves we have. Hopefully you guys agree with us because
we're trying to be relatable.
That's how you get subscribers. So we each have a separate list that we both wrote individually of different pet peeves that we have. And just a disclaimer, I may do some of these things too, but you know what, I can't help it. We're just gonna go through a list of things that us, so Devin can start.
Alright. When someone slurps their drink to get the waiter's attention that they want to refill, this is classic Kyle. Every time we go to a restaurant.
Well, sometimes you just gotta give them a signal that.
Or you can just wait until they come back.
Sometimes they never come back, so I don't know.
Oh goodness.
My number one, at Devin, when I'm showing someone a video and they look at it to like make sure that I know that they're paying attention, and then they start looking at their phone like they're not interested. So like I'm showing her like a video on like my phone, and then she'll like, oh, look at it, and then just like
it's really hard for me to pretend to be interested.
All my videos are so interesting.
Okay, slamming on the brakes every 5 seconds because you're speeding up too fast in traffic, and then everybody else is slowing down and you have to slam on your brakes. Asian drivers, man. Let me tell ya.
You have no proof.
And I'll just piggyback on this one really quick. Running every red light. Every single red light.
I don't run every red light. Yellow means slightly speed up, so you don't.
But then once it turns red, you still speed up.
One time I actually stopped in the middle of the road.
In the middle of like an intersection.
No, I did, and like I got honked at multiple times. You know, like those times where like you see the light turn yellow and you're like, oh, should I stop? Should I not? So you're like hesitating, and then like, so I stopped,
so
and then all of a sudden
hitting the brakes, hitting the gas, hitting the brakes, hitting the gas, and then it turns completely red, and he's like,
I'm like in the middle of the intersection, and then I'm just like, you know what? I'm already in, so I just go. It's fine. My second one is, so this one has several parts involving the mall. So when you're in the mall and people just stand in the middle of the walkway, hate that. Like, if you're gonna like talk to like people you're with, go to the side. Don't be in the middle of the walkway where people are walking. Also, I hate when people, this doesn't have to be just at the mall, but like whether it be at school or anything, like I hate when we're walking, like we're all walking the same way, and then all of a sudden someone just stops and just like switches directions. I hate that. People always do that. I'm like, why do you feel the need? The last one is, so like I just assume with driving, like we drive on the right side of the road, stay on the right side of the road. I assume that is the same like concept in the mall, stay on the right side. I mean, it's not like a written rule, but I just assume that like,
you'd think
so, but not everyone.
Alright, my next one is being interrupted. My little sister, no matter how important of a sentence it is, she just butts in. It's just really annoying.
That was a good one.
Yeah, well.
My third one is when people eat off your plate. Hate it so much. One of my roommates, you know who you are if you're watching. Well, some people, like I'll be eating, I'll just have my plate of food, they'll have their plate of food, and then sometimes they'll have the same food as me on their plate, not gone, not finished eating, still there, and they'll eat off my plate. Hate it. Why does that make sense? It doesn't.
What you gotta do? When people are fidgety and can't sit still, like Kyle sometimes will just sit there and like anybody like just will like they'll just like sit and like bounce their leg or like be like playing with their fingers or something and like just
okay,
sit
I don't
still.
do that, but like
yesterday, Denver was like folding his cup inside out from the bottom.
Like they just have to be doing something.
Yeah, he just has to do something.
But it's pretty annoying. Oh, this one's to all the millennials out there. When you're texting someone, you're trying to keep the conversation going. So like I'll like be like asking questions to keep the conversation going, to keep it interesting, and then they just hit you back with a yeah, sure, okay, same. You know what? It'd be nice of you to maybe ask a question back or
engage
with the conversation.
They don't care. When you're in the movies, like there's plenty of other open seats and someone sits right next to you or like right in front of you and you had your feet up on the seat. Sure, this seat is empty, but so is that one and that one and all of these down here.
Yeah, like whenever we go to the movies, we always like to get the very top middle seat because like those are the best seats, you know?
So we show up like 45 minutes early.
Yeah, we show up
like,
early to get a good seat. We'll just be there, 2 people, walk in, and where do they sit? They have the whole theater, the entire theater to find a seat sits right smack right in front of us. And like we had our feet like on the seats because like comfortable. And like that was very rude.
Whatever.
So my next one is, I hate this when like people will ask you to hang out, like say you haven't seen them in a while, and like say you're like at a restaurant or something, or you're just hanging out and they're always on their phone and you're like just sitting there trying to keep a conversation going.
At me next time.
And and they're just on their phone playing some game. What's the game they're playing?
Candy Crush.
Candy Crush.
A little
like,
late to that party.
Where are we? 2014? Actually, probably last year, but it's fine. People are still playing Trivia Crack.
When people chew with their mouth open. Like everybody kind of has that one probably, but
I
it's
never do
really,
that.
This was at you.
Only with
It's
gum
like
sometimes.
it's just really, really irritating to me. Or like when people like talk with food in their mouth. Another one.
Okay, you know
you.
what? I'm just a talker. Oh, so my next one kind of goes hand in hand with the movie theater one. When people verbally react to what's happening during the movie, we like to go see scary movies. Whenever a scary part happens, people, I don't know, the tendency to just like overreact and like scream, or they'll be like, oh, there he is, or like, oh, don't go in there. Keep your thoughts to yourselves at the movies.
When you go to like a fast food restaurant and the employees act like it's your fault that they have to work there, like don't be rude to me. It's your job to be nice to me.
I'll go up there and like they just give me the nastiest look, and like I haven't even opened my mouth yet. Like I understand after I start speaking if you have an attitude with me, but like they'll just like I walk up and they're like, what do you want? I'm like, you know what? It's not my fault. You chose to work here. Like I worked at McDonald's a while ago. Yeah, it was awful. So like I had no room to complain, but you know what? I also hate this. I hate when you're looking for a parking spot. This always happens at school. I swear, I have this theory that my school sells more parking tickets than there are parking spots, because I can never find a parking spot. I hate this. When you're looking for a parking spot, you think you see an open spot, and then you drive up to it, and it's actually just a small car that's in there. So you're like, well, that just ruins your chances of finding a parking spot. And then I also hate when you go and you're like, oh, I think I see a parking spot, and then you drive up to it and it is a parking spot, but some idiot just decides to park crookedly so you can't fit into it. It's usually those big trucks. Shout out to you if you have a big truck and you park all crooked like because you don't want to take the time to park your car correctly. You don't own the world. And then, believe it or not, hate this. When people pronounce my name wrong, my name is Kyle. I don't know how you pronounce that wrong.
Does that.
I get Kylie all the time. I've had one of my teachers, they said Kylie. I'm like, it's Kyle. And they're like, you spell it weird. I'm like, K-Y-L-E? I'm like, he's like, C-Y-L-E? I'm like, no. Where have you ever seen C-Y-L-E?
If I saw C-Y-L-E, I would assume Sile or something.
I wouldn't assume anything. I would assume that it's not a name. But I get Kylie all the time. My last name's also Jennings, and people say Jenkins all the time. There's no K, no Jenkins in it.
Kylie Jenkins.
Oh, also a little thing. So when you're at a restaurant and they give you a table, I always like booths because booths are nice and stable and they're comfortable. But like I hate when you're at a restaurant and they see you at a table, one of the legs for some reason shorter than the other, or like something went wrong and the whole table's just wobbly. I was put those little salt packets, sugar packets under the leg to try to keep it stable, but it never works. Well, that's all of our pet peeves that we have. If any of those things relate to you and you do them, just like stop doing them. Or
please change your whole personality
for me, please. Thank you. I would appreciate it. But yeah, despite all the things that annoy us in life, definitely try not to be so negative. I definitely, like I said, a lot of things annoy me in life. I'm very irritable at sometimes, but definitely try to stay positive and keep a like open mind about things, because like you never know what someone's feeling that day.
Like whenever Kyle is doing one of the things I mentioned, I never say anything. I just think it to myself.
Think it to yourself.
Sometimes like I'll just grab the cup out of his and move it to the other side of me. I just don't say anything, but let him know.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this video, please give it a big thumbs up.
Definitely. forget to click that subscribe button. We're trying to be relatable. We're trying to get views here.
Also, if you can relate to any of these things that we said, definitely comment down below. Comment down below any of your biggest pet peeves, because I might agree with them and I just didn't think of them at the time. But yeah, comment down below anything that just grinds your gears or just makes you cringe. Make sure you do subscribe to my channel, because I will be trying to post more videos, because I know I've been lacking lately. I'm gonna try and keep like a good steady schedule going on. I'm still not sure of what day I want to post. So I hope you guys had a happy holidays and have a great new year, because it is a brand new year. Make those New Year's resolutions, and this time have the attitude and have the motivation to actually stick with those New Year's resolutions, because I know I have some New Year's resolutions, kind of cliche, but I definitely want to begin having a healthier lifestyle, because college, freshman 15 is real, more like freshman 50. Definitely make sure you stay motivated and make sure you're just staying healthy. That is it for today's video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.